Ever feel like you're constantly just reacting to things instead of actually leading? Well, today we're going to unlock a really powerful, super quick tool that a lot of high performers use to reclaim control and master their stress. Let's dive right in. Seriously, think about it for a second. That big presentation, that really difficult conversation, that moment the market just shifts on you. In those crucial seconds, are you kind of at the mercy of your own gut reactions, or are you really in the driver's seat? This is the core question that people at the top of their game face, day in and day out.
And you know the feeling I'm talking about, right? Your heart just starts hammering against your ribs, your breath gets shallow, and it feels like you have tunnel vision. That, right there, is your nervous system basically hijacking your brain. It's a primal thing meant for survival, but in the modern world, in the boardroom, it can totally sabotage your ability to think straight.
But what if you could just interrupt that whole process? What if you had a simple, reliable way to switch from that fight-or-flight reactive state back to being calm and in control? Well, turns out you do. And here's the best part. This isn't some half-hour meditation you have to find time for. Nope, this is a 2 to 3 minute tactical reset. It's specifically designed to fit into your already packed, high-pressure schedule. So when would you actually use this? Well, think of it as a mental prep tool. Use it right before you open your phone and get flooded with the day's news. Use it before you walk into that really big meeting, or maybe right before you have to reply to a difficult email. See, it's all about setting your own state before the world tries to set it for you. Okay, so let's get into the mechanics. Step 1 is something called the physiological sigh. And this is a direct physical way to downshift your body's stress response. The process itself is super simple. You're going to take a deep inhale through your nose, then, right when you feel like your lungs are totally full, sneak in one more little sip of air at the top. And then a long, slow, controlled exhale through your mouth. You'll want to do that about 5 times. You know what? Why don't you try it with me right now? So what's the actual science here? Why does this work so well? Well, that double inhale, it forces all the tiny little air sacs in your lungs to pop open, flooding your system with oxygen. But the real magic, that's in the long exhale. That long exhale stimulates a nerve called the vagus nerve, and it sends a direct all-clear signal to your brain. Your brain then tells your heart, hey, we're safe, you can slow down. It's basically a physiological off switch for stress. All right, let's move on to step 2. After you've started to downshift your body, you need to get your mind on board. This is called orienting for safety, and it's all about sending another clear signal to your brain that there's no immediate danger. And this could not be more straightforward. You just slowly, calmly, look around the room you're in. Don't scan like you're looking for something. Just gently move your head and your eyes. And as you're looking, silently name 5 neutral objects. A lamp, a book, a mug, a window, a chair. And as you do it, just let your eyes soften. This is where that mind-body connection is so cool. See, a stressed-out brain gives you that tunnel vision because it's constantly scanning for threats. By consciously softening your gaze and just taking in your surroundings, you're literally hacking your nervous system. You're activating your rest and digest system, and you're pretty much telling your brain, hey, false alarm, we're actually safe here. You shift from being on high alert to just being present and grounded. And that brings us to the final, and I think the most powerful step of all, the identity anchor. Okay, so you've calmed your body, you've calmed your mind, now it's time to take conscious, emotional leadership of the moment. You're going to ask yourself this one simple but incredibly profound question. It's not, what do I need to do? It's, who do I choose to be? That question right there, it shifts you from a place of just reacting to a place of actively creating your reality. And this is where you get back in the driver's seat. Who do you need to be right here, right now? Do you need to be calm, measured, intentional, maybe grounded? You're not just hoping you'll feel that way, you are consciously choosing to embody that quality. And this is the whole key. It is absolutely crucial that you let that identity you just chose lead your actions before your automatic knee-jerk reaction has a chance to. You're getting out ahead of it. You anchor yourself in who you choose to be, and you let that identity call the shots, not your old impulses. And just like that, in those 2 or 3 minutes, the whole game has changed. You've literally gone from being a passenger on a runaway stress train to being the conductor, consciously choosing where you're going to go next. That is the power of this reset. So, I'll just leave you with this thought. The next time you feel that pressure starting to build, the next time you're facing a real challenge, just remember you have this tool in your back pocket. And the question isn't just what are you going to do, but who will you choose to be?